Welcome back to Wind Waker. Last time we made it a decent way into the Forbidden Woods, the second dungeon of the game. And now we're going to be finishing it. First off by getting the boss key. You need to lock onto all of these switches. And once you do, then the door will open and we can get the boss key. That was pretty easy. We're pretty much halfway done with my agenda for this game. I didn't mention it when we got the boss key in the last dungeon, but I really like the design of the big key in this game. Probably my favorite of the big key designs, and we have a couple moblins. I am going to be taking things very safe because I don't want to have to deal with their garbage. So I'm going to smack them with the boomerang, which stuns them, and then after that I'll do a combo. It's a very safe way to deal with these guys. The boomerang is honestly probably the best weapon to use against enemies in this game. At least in terms of, you know, not your sword. And I killed one of them. I didn't actually mean to do that because I want to steal one of their items. And that one didn't drop it, so pause. Get out that grappling hook. And, okay, now, I didn't mean to do that, stun you. Grab your necklace, and this is the first time we're actually grabbing a skull necklace. I don't think I'm actually going to do like the not side quest type thing that shows us off. I'm just grabbing it to show that they do have an enemy drop, and of course this one drops an item orb, so I was going to get one anyway. Either way, the door didn't actually open for us, so instead we need to head on up and swing on this tree branch up here. Something that kind of annoyed me when I was first playing this game that I'm okay with now, and I'm actually really glad that they put in the game, is the way the camera works. In this game, the way things work when you're in first person or over the shoulder mode is you move with the left stick and you aim with the right stick. In the original version of the game, you couldn't move while you were aiming unless you were L targeting, and then while you were L targeting, you couldn't aim from, I guess, side to side. You couldn't change the direction, you could only... Basically, it was like this. Let's see if I can show it off. Yeah, you can move to the side, but you can't actually move or aim like up and down or anything like that. You had to shoot straight ahead. And this is the boomerang, so of course it's not going to actually shoot straight ahead. It's going to move in a curve. But that's something I like about this game. This version of the game. You can move and aim at the same time. Although, because I was used to the original version, where you just used the left stick to aim and you couldn't move, it got a bit annoying when I was trying to aim up, but I ended up instead walking forward, and that ended up killing me. Or not really killing me, but making me fall down a pit. These guys don't actually get hurt by the boomerang, they instead just get stunned by it, and... Okay, that hurt. Didn't really hurt that much, but it hurt. I wonder what the parry for these guys is. Well, now I'm not going to figure it out, because we're not going to be seeing these enemies for a long time, and by the time we do see them again, I'm probably going to forget. Let's see what's in this treasure chest. Probably like a joy pendant. And it totally is. I'm pretty sure we have enough of those to beat the game now. Not that... It's not like stars in Mario 64, where if you have enough of them, you could go straight to the final boss. No. And here's the boss room, so let's open up this pot. If I could... I guess I got a jump attack. There we go. So that we can get back here if we need to. And grab this fairy. I should have put that in a bottle, honestly. You know, I think I can reset the room and bring the fairy back, so let me try that out real fast. I think the pot would be the better bet. And now that I have returned, let us see if the fairy has returned as well. And it totally did. Come here. Damn it. Ugh. Come on. You Got you this time, you little... That is something I wish that more games, more Zelda games would do. Some of them had it where if you had full health, you wouldn't pick up a fairy, even if it was flying around you. So you had the opportunity to use a bottle in order to actually grab it. And that was only in Twilight Princess for some reason, and I think its HD counterpart as well. In every game after that, and every game before that, you automatically picked up the fairy if you had full health, which was kind of lame. Anyway, boss! This is... I forget the name. I'll probably add that in post. But it's one of the coolest looking bosses to me. I just like the way the room looks, the way it changes colors depending on the phase that the boss is in. In terms of how to take it down though, it's pretty simple. So what you do is you get out your boomerang, you aim at the tentacles at the top, and you try to slice them off. Eventually the tentacles do grow back, but it's after a short while, so I feel like you have enough time to take a bunch of them down. And I think this is the only one left, so let's take that one down. The boss then opens up, at which point we can spam attacks. You don't really have to care about your hearts at this point. It will eventually spit you out. And I took 2 hearts of damage because I'm in hero mode. You would have taken 1 in the original difficulty. So that's a bit of something you have to deal with if you're playing like a hero, as I am. Or like a idiot, as I am, I guess you could say. Did I not shoot the boomerang? Well, either way, after taking down its health a little, the tentacles start to grow back a little bit faster. In terms of the attacks that it can perform, it can slam the ground with one of its tendrils. It can send all of its tendrils into the ground to chase you, and then they'll pop up where you were. And that's pretty much all I recall it being able to do. Pretty simple boss. And it's a boss that can be taken down in one cycle. If you get to the center and start using only spin attacks, you'll hit it twice, and spin attacks already do more damage. So you could take it down pretty easily. But I wasn't able to do that, so I had to 2-cycle it, which is alright, I guess. Not too bad. And this is Makar, the guy we were trying to save, who is probably the most adorable of all of the Koroks. Something the Koroks do that I forgot to mention that I find super adorable is that when they walk around, when they jump, when they shake about, they make little jingly sounds, which I find really cool. And now we actually see someone else taking the warp along with us. Well, he came after us, but same premise. The warps are real. You're not even touching him, and Makar isn't moving. It's so janky looking. Either way, we saved him, so now he can play the song, do the ceremony, and give us the pearl. Wait, I thought we were supposed to do the ceremony first. That's what he said. He said after. Whatever. We got Farore's pearl, and now I guess we can enjoy the ceremony. Makar actually knows how to play some music. He has an instrument. A big, weird, kind of wood cello. I mean, all cellos are made of wood, as are their bows, but this one's a lot more wooden, I guess. This ceremony here is a bit weird. The Deku tree is sprouting a bunch of seeds in order to cover the world in forest, which is... I don't know how to describe it, kind of hive-mindy. He wants the whole world to be overcome with forest. I guess it's to make a new surface world so that the world isn't covered in ocean anymore. And what's beneath it, we don't have to worry about anymore, but it's still kind of, I don't know. You could guess some ulterior motives with this thing going on here. There's a side quest having to do with these guys, actually. If you go to certain islands, they'll actually be on there with withered trees. And you can take some water from here, bring them to the withered trees, and that will help revive them. And if you do all of them, you get a piece of heart. Which, of course, I don't really care about. I do, however, care about my health. So let's get me another one of those blue potions real fast. Can I talk to the guy, please? There we go. Give me a blue potion. Thank you, my good man. And now we head out to sea to do whatever the next thing we're supposed to do is. Of course, getting out of the forest is a lot easier than coming in because rather than having to do all that platforming and junk, we could instead just ride the water until the end, pretty much. And for some reason, Link doesn't drown while in this water. Like, as you can see, the little stamina meter doesn't come up, and we can just swim around for as long as we want. Until we get to down here where the stamina meter actually does start appearing, and we can't swim anymore. Hello? Oh, I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye. It was the postbox dancing around. We got a letter, our first one, I believe. And it's probably just like a general thank you for using our service kind of dealio. Yeah, pretty much. It's from the postmaster, the chief of the Rito tribe, as I recall. And he gives us some rupees. Oh, never mind. He gives us a piece of heart. I must be thinking of another letter. That's one of the 2 mandatory pieces of heart in this game. I believe. I think it's only 2. So, that's pretty cool, I guess. Let me actually open up my map so I can see where I'm going. I need to head in the same direction that the wind is already in, so let's head northwest to the next spot on the map. I think one of the islands around here, that one in the distance over there, is actually pretty important. So another island that you kind of want to make a mental note of, or just go to it and get it on your map from the fish guy. It is a very smart way of laying things out. You're going to see the islands that you need to go to later on your map when you're heading from the destinations that the King of Red Lions tells you to go to. So it's pretty smart. I like that. And then another thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to the sailing that is possibly an improvement, possibly a downgrade from the original game, is that when you're out on the sea and you get hit by something, in the original game you would get knocked out of your boat and you'd have to swim to it. While you were in waters that weren't calm, it was pretty difficult to see where your boat is, let alone swim to it. But in this version of the game, rather than that happening, instead, you just get hit and you stay on your boat. Which is a double-edged sword, because getting knocked away means that you are likely not to get hit again. But in this version of the game, because you stay in the boat, if there's a lot of things coming at you at once, or if something kind of lingers around you, then you're probably gonna keep getting hit by whatever it was, and you could probably lose all of your hearts that way. I can see the island, despite the skies looking kind of stormy now. Is it going to rain? Actually, I'm 100% sure that it is going to rain, and also that it's going to turn to nighttime for absolutely no reason whatsoever, because I've played this game before. Oh, but there's some treasure, so let me get that first. I think right here should be good. Stop. Yes. I am listening to the audio on my actual capture rather than the game itself, because I don't have a way to listen to it via the game itself unless I turn the TV volume up, and I don't want my mic catching the TV volume. And suddenly it's not stormy anymore. Don't worry, it will suddenly be stormy again as soon as we reach this next destination. Oh, I should probably buy some bait. Actually, I think I have some bait, so let me get that out real fast before the cutscene starts. Oh, I couldn't do it. Suddenly sunset. And also cutscene. And nighttime. Yeah, we were kind of late when it came to coming to this island. Ganon has already seized whatever he wanted to seize here. The water spirit Jaboon is the person who was going to give us his pearl, but since Ganon reached this place, we're kind of screwed. I think this place also doesn't have a location on the map that is equivalent in Ocarina of Time. It's, again, kind of in the Gerudo Desert area, but there's not really any equivalent to that out on the sea here. According to Quill, though, the ever so helpful postman, who is probably one of my favorite characters, Jaboon has instead gone to Outset Island. Also, Quill told the pirates because he thought that we were still with them, but we weren't, so he had to find us out here all on our lonesome with a talking boat. And yeah, we have to go to Outset Island in order to get the pearl, but because it's covered by a big stone slab, the cave, I mean, is covered by a big stone slab, the cave that Jaboon is hiding out in, we can't actually get there quite yet. And I want to talk to this guy because it's another one of the traveling merchants. And if you couldn't tell who they were before, now you know. They're Gorons. If you played Ocarina of Time, you could probably tell just by looking at the eyes and the face from what you could see, but they're Gorons. Let me give him... Oh, I gotta talk to him first. I also took out the bait because this is another island. I want to keep it. This is another island that I want to mark on my map. Yes, hello, traveling merchant. I already heard this spiel. Oh, this one's actually different. He talks about the Shop Guru statue, which is the final item in the trading quest. If you were to give that to him, then he would give you the piece of heart. But that involves a lot of going around the world and trading to the 3 merchants. There's only 3. But having to go back and forth between all of them is kind of annoying, so I'm not doing it. And also don't want the reward. Although the Shop Guru statue is a pretty cool statue. I'll just deal with this exotic flower, and I think that's the end of what I have to do for the trading quest. So I'm not going to be doing it anymore, and hopefully next time I see Zunari, he will give me the item that I want. Adios, my Goron friend. Let's get back in the King of Red Lions and find the fishman guy so that I can mark this place on my map. And I can't see him anywhere. Where is he? Hello? Oh, I think he's... Wow, that's pretty far from the island, actually. Take the bait. No, 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 I pressed the wrong button. I thought it was on Y. I pressed X. I mean, no, I thought it was on Y, so I pressed Y, but it's actually on X, is what I'm trying to say. And the music is also a bit different. It's no longer the cheery ocean theme that it was before. It's instead this weird kind of evil sounding remix. And now we have the kind of main islands of the game all marked on our map. And he tells us something interesting about something appearing when the moon is at a certain phase. But that's going to be the end of this part. Next time, we're going to be heading to Windfall Island to chat with the pirates, see if we can work out how to get into Jaboon's lair on Outset Island.